A very, very simple hack that you can use for longer and stronger motivation. So if you feel like, you want to see positive changes in your body, if you feel like you want to lose the weight and you want to keep it off, but you really struggle with the motivation part, you struggle with just getting that want to strong enough to follow through on some of the amazing things that you've already learned about what to do, then this scope is for you. All right, so here's the hack, you guys. In order to have longer and stronger motivation, you cannot afford to wait for your motivation to hit you. You have got to create it. Okay, you got that? That's the hack. You have got to create, not wait for your motivation. And I'm going to tell you how to do that. But besides that, you need to create motivation early and you need to create it often. Here's how that works, right? Here's the way that you create motivation. There are a couple ways that you can create motivation. You can create motivation. The number one way to create motivation is through action, through doing something that actually moves you toward the goal that you are wanting to be motivated about achieving. So, I talk about significant sustainable weight loss. So how you create motivation for significant sustainable weight loss is first thing in the morning when you wake up, drink a glass of water. If you can get your workout done early in the morning, do that. If the first meal of the day that you have, make it an amazing one. Make it one that's supportive of your goals. Because for most of us, we get it backward. We sit around and we do things that are contrary to our goals, and we just hope and wish and wait for motivation to come and zap us so that all of a sudden our actions could start to line up with our desires. But it actually works in reverse. When we do things that are going to move us toward our goal, we see it, and that makes us motivated. That kills the internal chatter of, I'm not the type of person who fill in the blank. I'm not the type of person who eats healthy. I'm not the type of person who likes to work out. I'm not the type of person who... So all of those negative tapes that we have playing in our head that demotivate us, when we actually take action toward our goal, it starts to silence those tapes. And it starts to show us that we are the type of person who takes the type of actions that will get us to our goal. So that's one way to create motivation. Another way to create motivation is to actively change your internal dialogue, to intentionally, on purpose, change your internal dialogue. And at first, that may be hard. You may be thinking, okay, Concita, how do I change the thoughts that are going through my head? Well, one simple way to change the thoughts that are going through your head is to place new thoughts in your head on purpose. I personally do that through, now this is going to sound crazy, but I'm giving you my secrets. I personally record affirmations, so things that I would tell myself on my iPhone, and I actually play it. So it's actually me telling me. And for me, that's very powerful to actually hear the things that I want to believe on a regular basis. Okay, I choose to record my own voice. Some people listen to other people's voices, and I also listen to different podcasts and apps that have motivational messages as well. So it's not always my own voice. So the reason why you need to create this motivation early and often, there's 3 reasons why that's important. It's not okay to just start the day and say your affirmations and think that's going to carry you throughout the day. It's not okay to start the day and just drink a glass of water and think that that one action is going to motivate you and keep your motivation burning strong all day. It's a great start, but it doesn't work. So 3 reasons why you want to create it early and often are because, number 1, it's easier to keep going than it is to get going. So if you have ever started your day kind of in a funk and tried to pull yourself out of it as the day goes on and get more and more motivated as the day goes on, you've probably experienced that that's really, really hard to do. I know I've done that before, and maybe I've, did a workout maybe late in the day, and then I finally was out of my funk, but it's almost like I missed a huge opportunity. I missed the bulk of my day. I walked around the bulk of my day not motivated to take action towards my goals, and then it's kind of almost like a late start, right? So doing those things that motivate you first thing in the morning so that you can then just have to keep that motivation going rather than trying to create it after you've gone a half day or 3/4 of a day unmotivated. Second reason is because you want to refill before you run out. So much like a tank of gas, if you're going on a road trip, say you're driving from Dallas to New Jersey, and you fill your gas tank before you leave, you don't expect that to get you to New Jersey. And you know that you're going to have to stop somewhere between Dallas and New Jersey to get more gas if you're going to make it all the way. It's the same with your motivation. So you want to refill your motivation periodically throughout the day, not even throughout the week, because decisions that you'll have to make, maybe different tasks that are mentally taxing, maybe even a slip up, all of those things chip away at your motivation little by little. So you want to refill often. And how do you refill your motivation? By doing those things I talked about, by either doing something or speaking something or listening to something that increases your motivation and your excitement to take action toward your goal. And then finally, number 3 is because running out leads to slip-ups and detours. If you do not create your own motivation and refill that motivation early and often, you will find yourself running out. And we all know what happens when you run out of motivation, right? Especially if you're not aware that that's the problem. You eat things you didn't intend to eat, you skip workouts, you just do things that do not move you toward your goal.